Hi guys, I'm gonna make this video and it's gonna be for friends and family members of visually impaired loved ones. So whether you have a child who's visually impaired, or your sibling is visually impaired, or you have an auntie, an uncle, or uncle that's visually impaired, this is the video for you. So basically, just treat them the same as everyone else, regardless of whether of their visual impairment. So don't overlook them, because we can do a lot more things than sighted people think we can. And the thing, thanks to screen readers and built-in accessibility features in the Apple products, we're able to access the internet just like everyone else. Versus 17 years ago, there was no smartphones. When I was like 10 years old, there was I never got a chance to use a computer until until 2005, when I heard about JAWS. And in case you don't know what JAWS is, it's a screen reader for PC users, but it's kind of annoying. And look how far we've come. In the education system, we're included, but not necessarily in the workplace. So, and parents, if you have a child who has a disability, whether it's visual impairment, autism, etc., it's really important that you look at disability savings plans, because for God bid something happens to you guys, you die all of a sudden in a car accident, which is not your child's fault. So you want to be able to be able to provide for them what long after you're gone. So definitely disability tax stuff, disability tax credits, disability savings plans, it's a good choice for that. Even a disability trust fund, so definitely very, very important for that. So yeah, don't baby any of your children, especially when they have a disability. It's not going to do anything for them in the long run, especially when they go to college, once they enter adulthood. It's not going to do anything. I hate to say this to you guys, but despite our education, we are less likely to get jobs, because the world does not accommodate visually impaired people in the workplace necessarily. Employers don't necessarily know how to deal with us, how to accommodate us. So, and that's why we're on AISH and other disability benefits. I'm in university. I want to get my master's, then PhD in mathematics, but even after that, who's going to want to hire me, right? Who's going to want to hire someone who's disabled, who's visually impaired or blind, right? And the thing is, we're overlooked. I don't want to sugarcoat this. I'm just being real here. And it's very important to teach your loved ones or friends who are visually impaired to advocate for themselves. It's so crucial in the adult world, especially. It's so crucial. Because you're not always going to be there to guide them. You're not always going to be there to, support them financially, etc. But even after I finished university, I'm more likely to be unemployed. Statistics show that disabilities limit us about what jobs we can have. So it's really high. The employment rate for disabled people is really high, around 80 to 90%, compared to the non-disabled population. If you want to find out, you can look at Statistics Canada. You can look at U.S. statistics. they'll show you the data of the amount of disabled people employed versus the amount of disabled people that are unemployed. So yeah. I began the entrepreneur journey when I was just 25 years old, and the reason is because I found it hard to find a job, so I decided to be an entrepreneur instead. And the reason is because I want to have multiple sources of income. I don't want to just rely on one paycheck. And for God forbid, H could stop paying me anytime now because thanks to Jason Kennedy. Thanks to Jason Kenney, he could decide to cut us off of AISH. And I don't like the way Jason Kennedy treats disabled people. I just don't think it's okay. And so the reason why I'm being an entrepreneur is so I can work on my financial goals, and I want to be able to help retire my parents in 10 years from now. I want to financially provide for them just like they financially provided for my sisters and myself. Like, I want to be a professor to help students. I don't want to have to be a professor to pay the bills, and I want to be able to do my entrepreneur career on the side of being a professor, or just being a professor as a side job on top of my full-time career as an entrepreneur. And like, if something happens to one of my streams of income, it's not going to affect me, versus most employees, once they get laid off, it really affects them. It's so dangerous now to just have one source of income, especially during this COVID pandemic. Like, I would encourage other disabled people like myself, who's visually impaired, to pursue entrepreneur path, because most employers do not want to hire disabled people. I hate to say this. And this is something that you should discuss with your loved ones or friends with visual impairments or other people with disabilities. And I'm gonna stop this video for now. I hope you guys stay safe during the COVID virus. And please pray to God and Jesus that your loved ones will be saved from COVID. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.